Hello, everybody. Welcome to our podcast and the Deal Room. Today we have a special guest.
All right, get ready to meet our next guest, a powerhouse team leader and a life living benefit advisor, making waves across Canada. She's on a mission to help individuals, families, and business owners protect their income and build long term financial freedom through smart, personalized insurance strategies. As an entrepreneur, she brings passion, purpose, and a deep commitment to financial literacy, especially when it comes to living benefits, legacy planning, and tax smart solutions. And when she's not breaking barriers, you'll find her flying high with aerial arts, traveling the globe, and diving into new cultures. Please welcome Arghavan Rastegari.
Woo!
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Arghavan Rastegari. I'm so glad to be here and I'm so excited to share some tips, tricks, answer all the questions that you guys have.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're glad for you to join us. We are going to ask you some questions and we're going to learn a little bit about your what you do, what your business is and what services you provide to everyone.
Mm, I have a financial background and was navigating what to do. And I came across a gentleman and he introduced me to the insurance industry. And I got my license and started insurances and benefits that I didn't know exist, which are mostly towards income protection. They are called living benefits. I specialize in living benefits, tax strategies, even for businesses, for self employed, for business owners, for their employees, and also legacy planning and life insurances when it's for transferring that wealth to the next generation, making sure that they don't have any liabilities. A lot of people in Canada, you probably heard, they paycheck to paycheck, and it's very difficult if, God forbid, an accident happens or sickness happens or an unforeseen life loss happens in the family, for the individual and the family to be able to, not financially struggle. I saw the importance of it. It's more than 90%. And even those people that do have some savings aside, it's usually locked into some sort of assets for their retirement. It's in real estate. And, they don't want to cash it out if something were to, happen. So with these strategies, what we do is to have consultation with clients and see what are their needs, what are their situations, and based on their unique situations, customize a benefit plan for them. So when an unforeseen, unexpected things happen in life, their income is protected and their family is also protected as well.
Okay. I think insurance and covering yourself is very, very important. I always talk to my client. I call it the talk and I tell them how important it is to be covered.
Yeah.
But when do you think is the best to start thinking
Yesterday.
about insurance? Okay.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Good,
So
good answer.
a lot of people want to be so perfectionist about it, or ignorance about it. Like they would either say, "Oh, it will never happen to me." Oh, accident is only for the neighbor. But unfortunately, it can happen at any time to any of us. There's no guarantee for sure. And that's why there are some benefit plans that we do that have return of premiums. So after 10, 20 years, if you never use it, we can give you your money back because, there's no guarantee that that sickness or that accident happens to you. But if it does, here you go. You already prepared for the worst instead of praying for and hoping for the best, basically. And also some people, they want to be so perfectionist. They're like, oh, my income is very up and down, or I don't have any extra money to, put towards insurance. But the reality is insurance is foundation of your finances. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can skip one dining in the restaurant or like an extra clothes that they don't need to protect their income, because without that, then a lot of things in life, including bills, are impacted.
Yeah, that's Very well put. I like the comment. Accidents are for the neighbor. Now on that note, so Arghavan, you also provide accidental insurance. Am I getting the term right? Or
Yeah, so living benefits are basically in a case of accident or in a case of sickness, which are the two main reasons that we lose our capability to earn an income. So we do customized plans where we make sure that we both include protection against sickness and protection against accident.
not?
Um, um, one of the things that I personally deal with clients when I do the talk, um, is that when I'm dealing with someone who's employed, they always say, "I'm covered by work."
Oh, very good point. Very, very good point. So, yes, a lot of people do have coverages from work, especially if they are working for bigger businesses and bigger corporations. However, there are a lot of terms and conditions attached to those. A lot of people actually do not have any idea what they are covered for because a lot of people are covered for supplemental stuff such as, dentist, physio, massage, but they are actually not covered if a disability happens or if a critical condition happens or hospitalization is required or if they need to be off work because they had a fracture, they had a surgery done. And these are the things that are very important because yes, I might go to the dentist once a year, twice a year, but if I lose my income for a month, 2 months, 4 months, then that leaves a huge financial impact more than a dental root canal might have. So what we do is I provide complimentary review. So I always tell the clients in order not to double deep what you already have, I need to see what you are covered for. So I do a review for what they have and FII, we are required to do that legally because we shouldn't like double deep or go over somebody else's needs, basically. So the client should be rest assured that there's not going to be any false information by a true advisor. So I review it and then I tell them that, okay, these are the areas that you don't have any coverage, or these are the areas that your coverage is not sufficient based on the needs that you have because you have family, you have a mortgage, you have a bigger liability, and all that. So we are gonna try to supplement what they already have. However, if they are not married to their job, like if they don't want to stay with their job for a long years, or they might want to probably go and build their own business instead in the near future. So what we do is I always tell them that here's the thing, your benefit is with you until you stay with the job or you retire or you reach the age of 65, whichever is sooner. So if you are not married to your job, then it's better to get some sort of extra protection now to secure the premiums and secure the qualification based on your current age and your current health status, so that later on when you lose your benefit, then you don't have you're not worried about qualification basically or your premium being higher. But also, a lot of people that are married to their job, then what happens after the 65? Because after 65, their coverage is automatically either decreased or terminated. So what we do is, again, we get something for them so that it stays with them either lifetime or up to age 75, 85. So at least, even though they are retired, they have coverage basically because still unexpected things happen and I still have bills going on. And a lot of times I don't want to use my retirement money or savings for, extra unexpected bills that happens
Oh,
basically.
yeah. Nice. Now that was a great answer. It transitions us to our next segment. Now, Arghavan, I'm going to ask you this. Take some time, take a sip of water, and get ready. Give us a pro tip. What is your pro tip of the day?
Pro tip of the day, I would always recommend to everybody, even like creating people on social media, is don't wait until you start. Don't try to be ignorance about this topic. Don't try to be perfectionist that I have to at least have like $300, $400 per month to be able to start with insurances, basically. No. When it comes to personal insurances, like living benefit, life insurances, we have policies from like literally like $10, $14 a month all the way to, $2,000 a month. So, I mean, at least 2000, it can go higher depending. But anyways, you can always start with something low, like $30, $40, whatever, that even if, low income earners or the situation is not very stable, and then they can build from there. And same goes in terms of ignorance that, oh, it's not going to happen to me. I'm so young. I don't need it. I'm going to think about it next year. No, unfortunately, even heart attack, cancers, it does happen to younger individuals as well. So it's better to be proactive about it. And it's better to start with something and then build from there.
Good. So start earlier than later and be
Yeah.
proactive with your protection. That's just perfectly said. Now it goes.
It's like seems like timing when to get insurance is as bad as trying to time when you should buy property,
Yeah.
right?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, right?
Because it's all part of your, wealth planning, right? They all go hand in hand. Knowing your mortgage strategy, knowing your real estate strategy, knowing your insurance and financial strategies. It's it's part of the entire um you know your legacy planning and your wealth planning together, because even I had clients that they told me like they either themselves, like I unfortunately had one, or they knew somebody that lost their real estate because of a disability, because they couldn't keep up with the payments, because the bank is not going to come and say, oh, it's okay, your hand hurt and you cannot work, that's okay. You don't need to pay us for 6 months. It's fine. No, they want their money, right? So it all goes hand in hand together. Like you cannot spend all your money into just locked assets. You also have to protect it as well. That's why, even car insurance is mandatory, home insurance is mandatory. If you didn't have that house insurance, if a fire happens, your real estate is gone. So that's how the importance of, insurance is, to protect it. So that's why even Hasti, I'm pretty sure you mentioned it. I know you mentioned it to your clients that it's not only about how much is your mortgage, but also have you considered insurance costs? Have you considered utilities, maintenance costs, and all that,
Hmm.
to make sure that you are not house poor?
Oh yeah,
Oh, it goes back to our last episode, being
which we
house
went to our last episode.
poor, right? That's perfect. Because if you're house poor, then you won't be able to afford the protection that your life needs, like
Exactly.
getting
Yeah.
life benefits. Now it goes to my favorite section. It's
Yes.
it's the it's the most viewed section of our
Woo.
podcast. Are you ready, Arghavan?
Okay. So
Good.
myth or money? Are you ready? My living benefit covers 100% of my income.
No, absolutely myth. Because a lot of people, I can tell you, 95% of people at least, they do not know what is their monthly expenses, and they do not know what coverage they have. And it's
Mhm.
pretty much impossible for everybody to have 100% of their income covered, especially with, every year, based on economy that we have, the prices of everything goes up. We have to have annual reviews. So it's a myth.
Nice.
Mm.
Now, Arghavan, that was an incredible session. We really appreciate your insights and coming on. Do you want to let our listeners know how they could get in touch with you if they need more information?
Yeah, absolutely. We're more than happy to help. I am licensed across Canada except Yukon, Quebec, and Newfoundland. You can either reach me out by DM, it's Arghavan Rastegari at Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube, or you can call me at 647-562-7951, and my email, which is arghavan@crownprosperity.com as well. And I will be more than happy to help anybody and have complimentary consultation with them as well.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for taking your time and coming
Thank
to
you
our
for having
podcast.
me.
All
Thank
right.
you. And thank you all the listeners for tuning in for this episode of The Deal Room. We appreciate you and we are looking forward to chatting with you next time.